Coach, and now we kick things off tonight with the women's champion, but it was so close last week at Judgment Day.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Theodore Long from New Orleans, Louisiana, the women's champion, Jazz.
Now 1 week ago at Judgment Day, the Fatal 4-Way women's title was on the line. Trish Stratus going for the Stratus faction, takes that nasty fall, and Jazz somehow is able to DDT Jacqueline and come out on top.
There goes Trish back into the ring, seeing the women's championship slip from her fingers yet again.
Trish Stratus has seemingly been behind the 8-ball as of late, as Jazz remains the women's champion. Well, Al, 1 week ago we were live at Judgment Day, and what a night it was. Christian, the new Intercontinental Champion.
And Triple H retains his heavyweight title by the skin of his teeth against Kevin Nash.
Yeah, but that was just the beginning of a hellish week for Triple H. We'll talk all about it, plus some great matches right here on Sunday Night Heat. Al, I am going to need your help here tonight. As you know, my voice is a little bit under the weather, but I know you can help me out with that.
I thought you were going to puberty. Kind of like Peter Brady.
That's one of your favorite shows because, as we all know, you are the old pro Al Snow. I told you I would get that in.
I know you did, and you did, and thank you. I do appreciate that.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Oh, Ivory is always looking fantastic.
From Dallas, Texas, quick winner.
Should be a tremendous tag team contest as we kick things off here on Sunday Night Heat. Jacqueline teaming up with Ivory to take on Molly and the women's champion, Jazz. But let's talk a little bit real quick, Al, about the fact that Jazz was able to escape last Sunday, still the women's champion, even though Theodore Long said she was behind the 8-ball, so to speak.
Well, you know, Coach, if anybody's behind the 8-ball, I think it's Theodore Long. Jazz barely got the women's title there at Judgment Day, and then the following night on Monday Night Raw, Theodore Long had the White Boy Challenge, and Rodney Mack just barely squeaked by on that by 1 second.
The competition definitely was stepped up with the White Boy Challenge. Spike Dudley, no ordinary white boy, as we all know. But I'm beginning to wonder if Theodore Long may have raided Steven Richards' closet here tonight with the pink jacket.
He is styling.
Well, I don't know if you'd call Theodore Long a fashion plate.
Or a clothes horse.
Yes. Well, here we go, Jazz and Jacqueline kicking things off here in this tag team contest. And, you know, we talked about Judgment Day, and we're going to show everybody, you know, exactly what happened this past week on Raw. Let's get right into it with Triple H, the World Heavyweight Champion. Kevin Nash destroyed Triple H at Judgment Day. Then less than 24 hours later, Al had to go one-on-one with the Nature Boy, which we're going to show everybody a little bit later on.
Yeah, Triple H showed up on Monday Night Raw thinking that he would have the night off, but Stone Cold Steve Austin had other plans.
Oh, nice back bridge by Jacqueline, and Jazz is able to get out.
Drop toe hold.
I think right now, Al, that Jazz is getting a little bit ticked off. Oh, nice ball package. Oh, and a kick out by Jazz.
Keep her off balance.
Did you think, Al, did you think that heading into Raw Monday night that we would have such an emotion? Oh, beautiful move by Jacqueline.
Good Lucha hard drive to a drop kick.
And now these women, I'm talking, was there even a tag there? I don't think there was, but Molly is feeling the effects courtesy Ivory.
Hey, this should be a tremendous match because all 4 of these women were former women's champions.
Doing your homework, Al. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. I make notes once in a while.
Big shot to the midsection by Jacqueline, as now Molly apparently is the legal woman in this matchup.
Jacqueline is tough. Don't underestimate her just because of her height. I've seen that woman actually crack a man's ribs.
You have? Yours?
No, not mine. I never was foolish enough to, confront her.
A shot to the back of Jacqueline by Jazz, and now Molly is in control. Another backbreaker.
I start a fight with a woman, I do it in public.
Wait a second, here's a cover over leg 2 and a kick out by Jacqueline.
I start a fight with a woman, I do it in public so security can pull her off.
Well, Al, I got to ask you, obviously, Molly and Jazz are two women.
Tilda Royal head scissors.
Are two women that have never gotten along. Here's a tag, and in comes Ivory. How are Molly and Jazz going to get along in this matchup?
Well, they seem to be operating pretty well as a team.
Oh, beautiful crossbody by Ivory. Leg 2 on a kick out by Molly.
If Ivory and Jacqueline continue to have the momentum on their side. We'll see if that teamwork fails.
A lot of egos in that matchup right now, and another near pinfall by Ivory, who has a lot of energy, as does all four women here tonight. I think all four brought their A games just 1 week after Judgment Day.
Giant swing. Haven't seen that in a long time. Or you with a woman, for that matter.
Well, you don't have to go there. Kind of on a dry spell. We don't need to talk about it, though. Another hook of the leg and another cover by Ivory. But getting back to the emotional night that was on Monday night, it turned out to be more than I think any of us could have ever expected.
Cover again. One,
oh, my goodness. Ivory trying to end this matchup, Al.
Man.
Seemingly before it ever gets started.
Ivory and Jacqueline have come here to win.
A little bit later on, right here on Heat, the Hurricane goes one-on-one with Christopher Nowinski right on the top rope. Ivory right to the throat. Jazz falls up with a huge kick. And also, Goldust will be in action a little bit later on as well. Well, also, Al, we're going to take everybody back to Raw. Wait a second, another cover by Molly. This one just continues at a very, very fast pace.
The momentum has shifted now to Molly and Jazz. Oh, just brutally slamming her down to the mat.
Al, we're also going to take everybody back to Raw and answer the question of who ran over or attempted to run over Goldberg 2 weeks ago on Raw. We found out this past week.
And what a surprise that was.
Oh, wait a second. Here's another cover by Molly, and Jazz is able to kick out.
But it wasn't a surprise as to who put them up to it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that as well.
I didn't sit there and go, I'm stunned, I'm shocked, I'm aghast, I'm befuddled, I'm amazed that that person was involved.
And we'll reveal that person's identity a little bit later on, right here on Heat.
Especially considering the history that those two have.
A lot of history between Goldberg and the Saint. Gotcha, baby. Well, right now, Ivory back to her feet. And now, big shot to the midsection. And attempting to get that tag, but can't get over to the corner as Jacqueline is desperate to get back into this matchup.
Snatched her by the wig.
Did you say by the wig?
By the wig.
Cover by... I think that's her real hair.
It is, yeah, but, you know, just slammed her face first into the mat.
Well, Al, I tell you what, this may be the first time in Heat history, but these poor women, they don't want things to end yet. But Al, we've got to pay the bills.
Oh, you know it.
So we're going to take a quick break, and folks, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Heat Tag Action. Jazz and Molly taking on Ivory and Jacqueline. And during the break, Al, Jazz has been all over Ivory.
Yeah, Ivory's been wearing Jazz like a new coat.
Here's a cover by Jazz, two, and a near pinfall again.
Ivory needs to make a tag. That's why they call it a tag match. Because she needs to get across that ring and get over into her corner and tag Jacqueline. But Jazz and Molly have been doing a fantastic job of cutting that ring in half and keeping her on their side.
We wondered if they were going to be able to work together, and apparently Theodore Long has prepared his women's champion and Molly very, very well here tonight.
Look, Coach, you may have wondered. I didn't wonder. I know they would work well together. You know why? Because they're both women. And we talked about how they all work together.
Well, they all do have this certain symmetry in the women's world.
They run the world. They have that hive mentality.
Well, speaking of running the world and running our Raw world, what about the fact that Eric Bischoff was nowhere to be seen too much this past Monday night on Raw? A big-time hangover for the co-general manager of Raw.
Could Stone Cold Steve Austin please get Eric Bischoff?
Beautiful move by Jazz, or excuse me, Ivory, and Jazz nearly covered for the pinfall.
Stop the tag. Could he please get him drunk more often and get him sick on jalapeno peppers?
A combination of the beer and jalapenos and hot dogs and
chicken wings.
We've all been down that road before. And
have we now?
Well, more than we'd like to comment on, but Eric Bischoff, you got to believe that come tomorrow night on Raw is going to be fully recovered and going to have a lot to say about what Stone Cold Steve Austin did to him last week at Judgment Day, and then, of course, on Raw as well.
But I think Stone Cold Steve Austin has handled things terrifically when he was allowed to just do things on his own.
The Stone Cold has been a very fan-friendly general manager. Beautiful slam by Jazz, and the women's champion may finish this right now. Ivory kicks out. I would have to agree with you, Al, that Stone Cold has done a fantastic job in his role as general manager, but nobody home the knees right in the midsection of Jazz. And right now, Al, Ivory desperately needs a tag.
Desperately. Well, I think he did a fantastic job last Monday night. He signed a huge match for Bad Blood. He found out who tried to run over Goldberg and who was behind it. Oh, make the tag! Make the tag!
Ivory trying to get to Jacqueline in the corner. You can see
the desperation on Ivory's face. She knows she's got to make that tag. Jazz doing everything she can to keep her from making it. Come on.
Only about a foot and a half away on a big shot to the back of the head.
She did
Ivory
it.
is up, and here comes a very, very fresh Jacqueline.
Oh, and she's hot. Look, she's right across the... Oh, blast her to cool off the ring. Caught the boot. Oh, man.
And you mentioned you do not mess with Jacqueline, and right now you are seeing exactly why. Big elbow to the kisser again, followed up by a big-time drop kick.
Clothesline. She'll put your head in your butt when she clotheslines you, I'll tell you that.
Sometimes you absolutely amaze me, I will tell you.
Oh, flapjack.
Beautiful flapjack. And here's a cover by Jack.
One.
Will this be enough? Two.
Molly coming in for the save. Here comes Ivory. Oh, kick fight. Yeah.
I have had visions and dreams like that. Ivory and Molly go out to the floor, leaving Jacqueline and Jazz. And
up on the shoulders. Whoa, I thought she was going to go for a victory roll, but Jazz went into the STF.
The STF is sunk in. A devastating submission maneuver by Jazz. And
Ivory comes in for the save. Molly comes in, tosses her out of the ring.
Molly and Ivory are having a match within a match, but right there, Ivory was able to save her tag team partner, Jacqueline.
Oh, boot to the face. Come on, Jackie, get it together. Leapfrogs her.
Little leapfrog, but now Jazz from behind, Allen.
Oh, victory roll.
Beautiful. One, two. They're going to be enough.
She got it. See, you never underestimate it.
Here are your winners.
Out of nowhere.
Jacqueline and Ivory.
I wonder what Theodore Long's reaction is going to be to this.
Well, Theodore, as we all know, has a very, very short-tempered jubilation on behalf of Ivory and Jacqueline. A hard-fought victory, to say the least, here tonight. And Theodore Long is furious.
Hey, let me tell you something, player.
Uh-oh.
You saw it, and I saw it. Hey, let me tell you something.
We saw it too.
We did see it. A very competitive matchup.
Jacqueline, let me tell you something right now. I see right now what you want to do. You want to play Whitey's game. So you want to go one-on-one?
You want to mess with the baddest?
Well, you can see Jacqueline has no problem with this.
It's on, Jacqueline. It's on, baby girl. You want some of it? We'll give you some. It's on. It's on.
Jacqueline has never backed down from anybody else. Well, it's on, but my question is, when is it on?
When?
I'd like to see it right now, if you ask me.
Oh, I would too.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Still to come tonight on Heat, my favorite superhero, the Hurricane, goes one-on-one with the Harvard graduate Christopher Nowinski.
Yeah, but coming up next.
But up next, it's the Always Weird Goldust connection. We'll be right back.
I couldn't agree with J.R. Moore. Christian cheating to win. But nevertheless, Al, Christian is the new Intercontinental Champion, much to the chagrin of one Booker T.
Well, Mr. McMahon should be very happy because Christian demonstrated ruthless aggression.
Good point.
Introducing first from Hollywood, California, weighing 260 pounds, Goldust.
But Al, think about this. Come Monday night, Christian, a whole new look, same attitude. And Christian and Chris Jericho had a chance, thanks to Stone Cold Steve Austin, to win the tag team titles over Kane and RVD. But here comes Booker T, and it's evident to me that Booker T is not going to let this issue rest involving the Intercontinental title.
Hey, if I were him, I wouldn't let it rest either. But, you know, speaking of Christian's new look, I'm digging the haircut, but does he go shopping with, like, his wife or something?
What do you say that, the pants, the shirt?
The pants and that shirt, man.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but you did, so I'll agree with you on that one.
The clothes are killing me. They're heat.
Here we
and I
go.
don't mean Sunday night heat. I mean bad heat.
Here we go. Goldust and Damian DiNucci one-on-one. Quick cover by Goldust. 1-2 and a kick out by DiNucci. Well, when you look at Booker T's recent history, you can see why he's so upset. WrestleMania, nearly becomes World Heavyweight Champion. Recently on Raw, nearly becomes World Heavyweight Champion. Then at Judgment Day, screwed out of the Intercontinental Championship.
Frustration has got to be building, and if he ever gets a hold of Christian, I feel sorry for Christian because he's going to unleash all of that frustration in one shot.
Well, when you look at Goldust here, Booker T's former tag team partner and former tag team champion with Booker T. Goldust was in that Intercontinental Battle Royal at Judgment Day as well.
Yeah, he's a former Intercontinental champion and was a very good champion at that. Beautiful Japanese arm drag, beautiful regular arm drag, keeps the arm barred, got control over him.
Al, what about the fact that, and once again, you said I hit puberty.
Yeah, Peter Brady.
I think I just hit it again. The return of the big Valboski. Val Venus returns at Judgment Day in the Battle Royal as well.
Yeah, Valboski using the old rules against Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff saying that Chief Morley couldn't compete into the Intercontinental Battle Royal. But the big Valboski he never said anything about.
Here's a cover by DiNucci, hook of the leg too, and a kick out by Goldust. Well, I personally always loved the big Valboski, and I'm personally glad that Val Venus is back.
And we've heard that. We've heard that about you, that you were a big fan of Big Valboski.
I was. I've never made any bones about it.
You loved Big Valboski.
No, I wouldn't say, not like that. I was
just
a
can't
fan.
get enough of the Big Valboski.
Well, you know who I can't get enough of?
You talk all about the time.
I don't either.
Big Valboski.
I don't
this,
either.
Big Valboski. That. Pictures all over your bedroom.
Well, DiNucci's got the knee in the back of Goldust, and you can see the pain and the agony on the face of Goldust as the Gold One attempts to get back to his feet.
Hey, speaking of haircuts,
yeah.
What about Test? Test, Stacy, and Scott Steiner.
They're not getting along.
The love triangle, or I guess jealousy triangle. Flying butt pliers right to the face.
Well, Scott Steiner and Test, it was evident after what happened against La Resistance Monday night on Raw that Test and Scott Steiner are not getting along. And quite frankly, Al, Stacy doesn't want to be around either man.
So I guess a ménage à trois is out of the question now.
DiNucci now a big shot to the back of Goldust. And
DiNucci needs to be more aggressive. He needs to get on him, stay on him, because Goldust is not somebody to be taken lightly. Now, he may be a little weird, maybe a little eccentric, but he's an accomplished athlete in that ring.
And sometimes when you're in such a high-profile matchup like what Goldust was in last week at Judgment Day, what in the world is going on? Goldust trying to pump himself up, jack himself up here on Heat.
Reversal, up, Goldust dropped on his back, punched up right into the chin.
Goldust, now where the sun don't even think about shining. Here's the cover by Goldust, 1-2, and again the kick out by DiNucci. I got to give this young kid a lot of credit. A lot of heart here tonight against a bona fide superstar in Goldust.
Yeah, but the kid made a lot of rookie mistakes. When he was on Goldust, he should have stayed on him. Like Goldust, you notice, when he gets on top, he stays on top. Just a difference of experience.
Goldust is on top of this youngster right now. And
is he calling for it?
I believe he just may very well be calling for it out. Oh, right to the kisser of Goldust, stopping the momentum. Oh, and just like that, countering. Here's the cover. 2-0, and there it is.
Beautiful scoop power slam.
Here is your winner, Goldust.
Goldust, quite frankly, I think was taken a little bit farther than even he thought he would have to go here tonight. But as they say, Al, that's exactly why you play the game. Well, coming up tonight, still on Heat, the Hurricane.
Coming up next on Heat, not one of my favorite Tough Enough graduates, goes up against the Hurricane. We're coming right back.
Here comes your boy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Cambridge, Massachusetts, weighing 267 pounds, the only Harvard graduate in WWE history, Christopher the Winsky.
Before you comment, I gotta tell you that Stone Cold presents WWE Bad Blood, sponsored by Maxim Hair Collar for Guys. Maxim Hair Collar for Guys is the only hair collar good enough to be called Maxim. Bad Blood will be live Sunday, June 15th from the Compact Center in Houston, Texas. And as Stone Cold said, at Bad Blood, satisfaction now is guaranteed.
You know, I may give my opinion about Rico leaving Rosie and Jamal, but I don't think I'm going to now.
Why not?
Because he's going to.
Tonight, I wrestle the Hurricane. Hurricane is an excellent superhero. You know, he saves small children, he helps old ladies across the street. But I ask you, how much better would the Hurricane be as a superhero if he had a Harvard degree? Now, who here has a Harvard degree? Let me think. I have a Harvard degree, and I have a mask. Stand back! There's a Harvard graduate in the ring.
Sarcasm has never suited him.
Now, where do you think Hurricane got his degree from? The National Weather Service? Or maybe he got his PhD from HurryU? Or maybe he studied under Mighty Mouse.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Thank goodness.
Woo. Saves the day again.
215 pounds, the Hurricane!
The Hurricane, who has been on a big-time roll the last couple of months. And you'd have to say that for Christopher Nowinski, Mr. Harvard, this may be his biggest battle to date.
Well, with the success that the Hurricanes had over the last couple months, momentum definitely is in his favor. Look at him giving the kid a mask.
It's all about the fans. It's all about the love. Little guy here
Mom and
ringside.
Dad happy. Hey, look, you got something free. I didn't have to pay for it.
Here we go. Hurricane, Harvard, one-on-one. And Al, real quick, your thoughts. You've got to give them to me. The fact that Rico walked out on his partners, his running buddies, 3-minute warning last week on Raw. But why?
I don't have to give you anything. I tried numerous times. There's a ring announce, there's billboards, there's him talking. I couldn't get my opinion in.
You don't
but
like
now
all this
I
stuff.
will. I'll get
But
my
I
opinion
know that
in.
you use Maxim hair color for guys. You're one of their biggest clients.
Oh, you're saying that? Well, at least I have hair to color.
Well, that's true.
Your forehead continues to grow on a daily basis.
Nice hip toss by the Hurricane.
What is that on Chris Nowinski's mask? He's got an H, like a red H on there. Does he actually think he's a superhero? Is he like, I don't know, with that mask on, he looks like Captain Condom or something.
And Nowinski may think that he is a superhero.
Let go. Okay,
You know what Captain Condom says?
I know.
Grab that rascal.
Nowinski.
What if he learned that in Harvard?
Oh, right back into a
I've
big
heard they
shot
teach
by
that
the
to you in college.
Hurricane. I'm trying to ignore you if you hadn't noticed.
I noticed that. You ignore me all the time. Oh!
Going for the overcast, and Nowinski very quickly able to get out of the way.
Nowinski's got to capitalize on this, put the boots to him, keep him down on the
Al,
mat.
what about Rico? What about Rico walking out on his running buddy?
Fine, I'll tell you. Rico just getting so frustrated with the lack of success. I'm sure he was really hoping for a lot more out of 3-minute warning. Because
Wait a second, here's the cover by Nowinski. Oh, 1 count.
when they were first introduced, they were on such a roll with Eric Bischoff, but under Rico's leadership, they've really faltered, and I don't know if it's Rico's fault or if it's Rosie and Jamal.
I also think that maybe, just maybe, Eric Bischoff has had to focus his thoughts and his focus on something else, namely Stone Cold Steve Austin and getting along with the Texas Rattlesnake, and hasn't had his attention on 3-minute warning as of late.
Rolls through.
Oh, beautiful roll by the Hurricane. 1-2 and a kick out by Nowinski.
Well, speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, setting the match, Hell in the Cell, Triple H, Kevin Nash of Bad Blood.
What about that Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood? You saw the look of horror on the face of Triple H when Stone Cold told Triple H he would have to face Kevin Nash at Bad Blood.
What, do you blame him?
I don't blame him at all.
I don't think he's just worried about...
Oh, good. What torque on the back of Nowinski. Covered by the Hurricane, too, and another kick out by Mr. Harvard.
Triple H doesn't have to just worry about losing the title. He has to worry about ending his career. You've seen, he went for the Shining Wizard and he ducked.
Well, Triple H has been known, has made a history of ending guys' careers in Hell in a Cell. Who can forget the huge battle a few years ago, ending Mick Foley's career? A beautiful bridge by the Hurricane, and again, Nowinski is able to kick out.
And now maybe he's thinking it's going to be karmic justice, and Kevin Nash may very well end his career, Triple H's career, that is, in Hell in a Cell in Houston.
Yeah, that look on Kevin Nash's face was sheer pleasure. Wow, Nowinski using the ropes. They're going to get a victory this way.
He rolls through.
A rollover by the Hurricane. Beautiful counter. And a quick victory by the superhero.
Here is your winner, the Hurricane!
We only have a few moments left, so I got to tell you, tomorrow night on Raw, Goldberg, the man Chris Jericho set up to run down by a car. Will be Y2J's guest on the highlight reel. I can't even imagine what's going to go down tomorrow night in Mobile. crowd. I'm the coach. We'll see you.